So, hi Sagittarius, my name is Chris and this is your reading for the month of November. I hope you're fine, I hope your energy is up. One card jumps out and that's the Six of Cups, beautiful energy. Six of Cups crossed by the Nine of Swords. So obviously there are things that worry you, kind of sleepless nights, and then there's an offer from the universe to remember joy, right? To look at the lighter side, kind of coming from your head, which is kind of in this overthinking, worrying mode, coming from the head to the heart, right? Remembering joy, foundation, Three of Pentacles, you got good people to work with. Eight of Wands in the crown, which is always supportive energy from the universe. In the past, maybe that's the reason for that overthinking energy, right? Three of Swords in the past, here you go, crossing energy. It seems like there's, you know, heartache, heartbreak, and this heartache, heartbreak kind of brings you again and again into this overthinking, worrying, feeling down energy. And the center of the Celtic cross here is the Three of Pentacles. Good people are surrounding you, can work with them. And Six of Cups. Six of Cups is really joy, remembering joy, cultivating joy. So if you have a broken heart, if something didn't went so well, it could be, I mean, usually it's a relationship thing, but it could also be, you know, disappointment in people, conflict, whatever. Yeah, letting go is not easy if you're in that frequency, right? There's a dirty fight and it ended and you kind of came out victorious. Five of Swords energy, a lot of Swords energy, not so happy Swords energy, but the good news is that you're ending it. It is ending and you're coming out victorious. But it was a dirty fight, right? So now you have a choice to make. And let's just see the Hierophant in your outside position. Victory. Okay, Five of Swords and the Six of Wands, beautiful energies. And Six of Pentacles, also very beautiful. The World card. New consciousness, King of Pentacles, right? That's just beautiful energies. So you're snapping out of something that kind of dragged you down for quite a while. And what could that be, right? So this energy, of course, you know, made you sad, I guess. That's just sadness and worrying a lot, right? Nine of Swords energy. But you're finishing this. There's the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is the end of a dirty conflict. Swords energy, still intellectual energy, but there's the Five of Swords, the ending of the conflict, the victory march, you're coming out of this, and there's the Six of Pentacles. Beautiful energy, Five of Swords, Six of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. So the universe is giving you something for your trouble, so to speak, or maybe you're rewarding yourself for your trouble. And how do you do this? Let's get some clarifiers here. That's the good question. There is the King of Wands, right? Mastership over your passion. Maybe your passion brought you into this definitively about a past love, right? There's the Lovers clarifying the Nine of Swords. That's for sure. There is the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands now. So mastership over your passion is a big theme here. Eight of Cups clarifying the Eight of Wands. Leaving behind what no longer serves you. Getting rid of this emotional detachment. There's the World card with the Three of Swords, and you got the World card at the bottom of the deck. With a new consciousness, the Ace of Swords, right? King of Pentacles underneath that. So this is ending. This is over. But you have to let it be over, right? 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, clarifier. Gliding over to something new, gliding over to something better, and you have to make a choice, and you're choosing love. The Knight of Cups is clarifying the 7 of Cups. So you have to choose. Do you look back and do you dwell on these feelings of loss, or are you the Hierophant? Are you wise? That's the Hermit here. You might be single right now, for all the singles out there, but there's the Empress with the 6 of Wands. So concentrate on your blessings, and then the universe brings in more blessings. 6 of Pentacles with the 9 of Cups, right? So if you just count your blessings, right? Don't go back into the memories and this rumination about the old chapter. The old chapter is over. You really got the World card 2 times, and here's your heartache, heartbreak, right? Clarified by the World card. Bottom of the deck, the World card. Ending. It's the end of 2025. Big cycle is ending. For all of us, we're going to see the World card again and again, because it's just, for all of us, a big chapter of development is ending. And this chapter of development might be connected to memories of a broken heart. You came out of this victorious, right? But the 5 of Swords is one of these battles that you won, right? But where you wish you didn't need to fight these battles, right? You won it, but, right? Now you have to concentrate on the good stuff, right? There is an emphasis with the Queen and the King of Wands to master your passion, right? So maybe you were too passionate, and maybe your passion, aka sex drive, brought you into this, right? Could that be, question mark, right? Because there's mastership over your passion, and that mastership over your passion basically means that you're not falling for the nice guy, girl, whatever, right? Sometimes we are just looking on the surface, right? And we're just attracted to the surface. But if we only choose people according to how they look, right? Or whether we are sexually attracted to them or not, then we're kind of tapping into the trap of our own desire, right? Wands energy, fire energy, that's passion, right? But if you master your passion, you're still attracted to whatever you're attracted to. But you have you have the Hierophant here in the outside world position, so you're a little smarter than that now. So you learned you can't just trust outside appearance. If you want a good, stable relationship and reciprocity, and give and take on an equal level, that's also the 6 of Pentacles here. You just have to respect yourself, love yourself, and keep your passion in check, right? So the best partner is not necessarily the best looking partner, is not necessarily the most sexy partner. Usually these people are not the best choice. If we only follow our passion, that can lead us astray to the wrong people, to the wrong person, right? Maybe that has something to do with it, because the King and the Queen of Wands show up here, both of them, right? But it's over. There's a new chance, there's a new chapter, and first of all, the fight is over. Maybe the relationship is over. Can't help it. That's just how it is. You're kind of still a little bit attached to it, right? But you're just letting it go. And when you let go of something that you're holding on, you got all your hands free. Your heart is opening again, right? And there's joy and happiness coming. And you have to make that choice. You have to deliberately let go, right? That's a choice you have to make, right? King of Cups clarifying the Seven of Cups. Make that choice. Be wise enough to make that choice. There's the victory march. Why not stay single for a while, right? If that's the case here. If you love yourself, if you rest within your abundance, right? There's the Empress clarifying the Six of Wands. The victory march is clarified by you being enough for yourself. You don't need someone else to make you complete, right? And if you're looking for someone else in the outside world to make you complete, you're always setting yourself up for disappointment, because only if you rest within yourself, in your own self-love, in your own I am enoughness, so to speak, then you're attracting the right people. And that's the wisdom of the Hierophant. Maybe you need to be single for a while, but if you rest within that, right, if you love yourself, you're setting yourself up for success and concentrating on what you got. There are a lot of blessings here, right? Remembering joy. Maybe it's not all about the next love affair. Maybe it's not all about the next relationship. There are good people here to work with, right? That's the Three of Pentacles. There are things you might be able to do that bring you joy and happiness. Remember that, do that, make it part of your daily life, right? Something that brings you joy and happiness, and really make a choice deliberately every day to lift yourself up and to be enough and to experience that abundance, right? And just be a happy camper. Do what you love what you do. That's the Nine of Cups here. And then the universe, Six of Pentacles, right? Just brings in the blessings, right? So supporting you. There's the Eight of Wands with the Eight of Cups. Also very supportive energy. You know, catch these wands that are kind of falling towards you. Something great can come out of this, but you have to be open for it. You have to be Pendragon Sword, number 41. You have to be open for it. You have to receive it. You have to allow the old circle to close. Balanced power. This consecrated sword represents balance, power, and wisdom. Qualities bestowed only to those who have earned them. This is a coming of age for you. Much can be accomplished now with relative ease, provided you remain balanced and grounded. You are bestowed the power of the dragon, ruler, king, magician. This great honor and privilege is also a great responsibility. You can hold this power indefinitely for as long as you honor, respect, and use it wisely. Balanced power. Okay. So the most important thing for balanced power is that you rest within yourself, within your own balanced power, right? If you're constantly looking outward, if you try to find someone who is completing you, that's an imbalance, right? If you want to find someone, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, love affair, whatever, in the outside world to balance you or your life, and you're basically telling the universe, hey, I'm imbalanced, please give me something external to balance that out. But if you rest within yourself, if you are enough, if you don't hold on to, shame, guilt, fear, and resentment, and your aching heart, if the heart is aching, the heart is aching, right? But don't dwell on that. Deliberately make the choice to focus your energy on something that uplifts you and brings you joy and brings you into your own abundance, because you are enough just as you are. You don't need anybody else to complete you. period. That's super important. Hierophant, Hermit, the Empress, Nine of Cups as well. And you cannot find peace by avoiding life. Virginia Woolf. You cannot find peace by avoiding life. And systematically root out people in your life who use you, lie to you, put you down, or disrespect you. So sometimes we lose people and it's good riddance, actually, right? Sometimes it's necessary to lose them. And it's hard to lose them, you know. Maybe that was someone you were attracted to, primarily sexually, right? Physically. You know, is that healthy? Question mark. Is that sustainable? Sometimes we have family members, you know, the broken heart could not necessarily be romantic, could also be a family relationship, right? But some people are just toxic, right? So we might still love them, but we have to respect ourselves, love ourselves as well, and respect and communicate our own boundaries, right? So sometimes the universe roots out people in our life who use us, who mistreat us, who lie to us, who put us down, right? Who disrespect us. And that helps us, ourselves, to be honest, be authentic with ourselves, right? Not to put us down, but to respect ourselves, respect our boundaries. And if we can do that, that's the Hierophant, Hermit, Empress energy. And if you're in that higher frequency energy, that you really love yourself, you're attracting someone who does the same. However, too many quotes at once. Let's just see what's that. Maybe your journey isn't so much about becoming anything. Maybe it's about unbecoming everything that is not really you. Paulo Coelho. So just, you know, shit happens. Whatever that was about. All chapter, you lost someone, it really hurt. Heartache, heartbreak, that's for sure, but now you have to go on. You have to make a deliberate choice to go on and just be done with it. Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. Time to let go. Oh my, okay, that's a heavy reading, but sometimes we just need to hear this. Time to let go. Endings lead to beginnings, and death is part of life. So Groundhog Spirit is here to let you know that it is time to accept the natural ending of something that is no longer serving you. We love to hold on to what is familiar, but the new needs space to arrive so growth can occur. When Groundhog Spirit appears, it is a sign there's something in your present situation that you need to let go of so that something new can be born, something that will be far better and far better serve you. When the groundhog sees his shadow, he retreats to his den, so too might you yearn for a little more time to say goodbye and transition into the new. However, change is coming and it is good. So let go of your resistance. Spring brings many blessings, and what must die will always be reborn in a new form that will be right for you. Life requires change and detachment. Say farewell to whatever once served you and get ready for something amazing to take its place. Spirit is already sending it your way. I mean, that's pretty much summing up the entire reading. Letting go and really making a choice. You know, you cannot find peace by avoiding life, Virginia Woolf. Make that choice. It's your life. It's your happiness. It's your joy. And you got everything you need. And the universe is supportive, right? 8 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. There's a victory in this. Let's not forget that. And the victory is finally arriving at the place, letting go of the old, right? and finally arriving at that place. I am enough, right? You are enough just as you are, and that's your victory. And the funny thing is, if you really accept yourself as you are, even if you're single, even if you lost someone who you love, if you just say, I'm okay, and that is a choice to say that, then the universe brings in the blessings, because then you learned your lesson. And that's all I got. And I hope it resonates with you, even if it was a heavy reading. Share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. And hopefully see you next time. Now, Badaya, my friend. Ciao.